and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Thursday, 30 January. I'm your host Daniel, and let's get into the brief. Today we'll be covering the EU has laid out some economic goals. 3 Israelis and 5 Thai hostages have been released by Hamas. And Quran burner Salwan Momika killed in Sweden. So firstly, the European Commission has introduced a competitive compass plan to reduce regulatory burdens, enhance investments in future technologies like AI and clean energy, and to improve EU competitiveness. Commission President Ursula von der Leyen warned that Europe risks economic stagflation if it fails to act. A key aspect of the plan is a simplification shock that revives regulations on corporate sustainability, supply chains, and environmental standards to ease compliance, particularly for smaller firms. To further boost business growth, the EU proposes a new mid-sized company category with streamlined rules on insolvency, labour law, and taxation. The policy also emphasises industrial competitiveness alongside the green transition, with sector-specific strategies for industries such as chemicals, steel, and automotive. In addition to deregulation, the plan seeks to address Europe's lagging investment in climate by launching a savings and investment union and a startup and scale-up strategy to channel more capital into European businesses. The EU aims to mobilise citizens' savings, which are significantly higher than other countries such as the US, to fuel industrial innovation and reduce dependence on foreign capital. The proposal has sparked controversy, with green activists warning that deregulation could undermine climate goals, while business advocates argue it will boost growth. The competitive compass is based on a report which estimated that €800 billion in annual investment is needed to revive EU industry. While some analysts see promise in the plan, questions remain about whether all EU members will support these financial mechanisms. So what? This is a massive shift for the EU, who have been seen as the home of regulation since its inception. While it is not simple, it is likely that removing some of these regulations and encouraging innovation within the bloc would significantly improve the EU's growth. However, as highlighted in the article, not all EU countries and parties are on board, which is always a challenge in such a multicultural society. Regardless, it is likely a positive move that will boost the EU economy if enacted. And next, the third hostage prisoner exchange under the Gaza ceasefire involves the release of 3 Israelis and 5 Thai hostages by Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad, while Israel is freeing 110 Palestinian prisoners. Among the released hostages is an Israeli soldier, a German Israeli citizen, and an 80-year-old Israeli man. The Israeli army have confirmed that the Red Cross has received the hostages as part of the ongoing agreement. This exchange follows the October 7th Hamas-led attack on Israel and is part of broader negotiations in place of a ceasefire. In return for the hostages, Israel is releasing 110 Palestinian prisoners, including 30 individuals currently serving life sentences for deadly attacks. One prisoner being freed is high profile and a former militant leader and theatre director. So what? While the continued hostage releases is positive, there appears to be growing discontent within Israel around the conduct of the transfers and the amount of Palestinian militants being released. There is speculation that Israel is going to demand that all further exchanges are done in private, which is unlikely to be accepted by Hamas, who see them as clear propaganda wins. If things continue the way they are, it seems possible that the ceasefire will eventually fail and the conflict will resume. And lastly, Swedish police have arrested 5 individuals in connection with the fatal shooting of Salwan Momika, an Iraqi Christian known for publicly desecrating the Quran. Momika, who was 38, had been streaming live on TikTok when he was shot indoors and later died from his injuries. He was due to appear in the Stockholm District Court the next day for a verdict in a case involving charges of agitation against an ethnic group. Authorities have begun an intense investigation, with Swedish prosecutors confirming that they are still gathering information. Momika and fellow protester Salwan Najim had been charged in August 2023 for multiple incidents of Quran desecration, including burning copies of the Islamic holy book while making derogatory remarks about Muslims. Their actions, especially a protest outside the Stockholm Mosque, severely strained Sweden's diplomatic relations with several Middle Eastern countries. The Swedish government, citing freedom of speech, permitted the protests, but also pursued legal action against Momika. His demonstrations contributed to heightened security concerns, with Sweden's intelligence agency raising the national threat level. So what? While sadly this is unsurprising, it is likely that this murder will have significant ripple effects in both Sweden and possibly across Europe. Though it is understandable to be angry over the destruction of holy text, Islam is the only religion in the modern world that acts in such a violent way. It is likely that this murder will be used as fuel within far-right groups and possibly lead to more people leaning right in the political sphere, as anti-immigration sentiment has been growing within Europe. Additionally, Sweden specifically has a significant problem on its hands. It is likely that there will be tough questions asked of the current government, possibly leading to its change next election. Thank you for tuning into the Intel Brief, your daily update on global geopolitics, brought to you by HM Intelligence. You can support the show by sharing it with your friends and leaving us a 5-star review. And if you're curious to learn more about intelligence, you could check out one of our courses in the description below. Thank you for listening. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you next time.